remember the most romantic soliloquy from Romeo and Juliet, where Juliet says, "What is in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet." Yeah, the classic, innocent, philosophic million-dollar question about the significance of a name. It did not mean anything to Juliet, perhaps, or for that matter, to many of us. But for Yoon Dong Ju, it was nothing less than an existential question worth sacrificing his life for. Hi, this is Sanjay Sharma, and you have started enjoying our Reading Korea in Rhythm series, where I bring the most notable Korean compositions, songs, or poems that not only enrich us with their literary or musical value, but also unpack some of the most intriguing accounts from Korea's past and present. So if you are into this fascinating world of Korean and East Asian affairs as a student, diplomat, journalist, business professional, or in any other roles, this series is for you. I hope you would love the show. In this three-part series, I introduce Korea's most celebrated poet, Yoon Dong Ju, known for his resistance poetry, through two of his well-known poems, Pyeolhaenan Pam and Soshi, that vividly capture what simmers in the tender heart of this young student during Japanese colonial rule. Yoon Dong Ju was born in 1917 in China's Jilin province, which is known for a sizable Korean ethnic community called Chosuncheok. At age 23, after graduating from Yonsei College in Seoul, which later became famous Yonsei University, he moved to Kyoto, Japan, for higher studies in literature at Doshisai University in 1942. These were the most tormenting times for Korea under the clutches of colonial Japan between 1910 and 1945. In order to virtually eliminate Korean identity, Japan forced Koreans to refrain from using Korean language and names. For this young Korean soul who had to adopt the Japanese name Hiranuma, it became simply unbearable. He felt the dissent was the only way forward, and he decided to pen his thoughts in Korean. Well, as you would imagine, he was arrested for alleged anti-Japanese activities in 1943 and sent to Fukuoka prison, where he died at a tender age of 27 in February 1945, just before the liberation of Korea. How unfortunate. This life reminds me of a famous dialogue from a Bollywood movie, Anand. Babu Moshai, Zindagi badi honi chahiye, lambi nahi. Meaning, life need not be long, but certainly should be grand. And as we put it in Korean, 인생은 길 필요는 없지만 확실히 멋지게 살아야 한다. And this is exactly what he did. The identity crisis, anguish, and the quest for his original Korean name that I just talked about are visible in his representative poems Soshi and Pyeolhaenan Pam, where the word name appears 8 times, signifying the extent of his frustration. Hope you would enjoy the poems as much as I did reading and translating. See you in the next episode.